Good day, class. Today we're going to talk about an important topic in education, our role as teachers in the curriculum. When we hear the word curriculum, most people immediately think about textbooks, syllabi, or lesson plans. But as future educators, I want you to realize that we are not just users of the curriculum, we are curricularists. A curricularist is a professional who is a curriculum expert. And as curricularists, we play multiple roles: knower, writer, planner, initiator, innovator, implementer, and evaluator. Let's go through each role one by one with examples. As knowers, teachers understand the nature and scope of the curriculum being implemented. We must have mastery of the subject matter, but we also need knowledge of pedagogy and technology. For example, if I am teaching mathematics, I should not only know how to solve equations, but also how to explain them clearly using effective teaching strategies and digital tools that can make the lesson more interactive. As writers, teachers create and develop learning resources. We do not only write lesson plans, but also modules, teaching guides, reference materials, and activity sheets. For example, during the pandemic, many teachers wrote their own self-learning modules because ready-made materials were not always available. Writing allowed them to provide their students with learning resources tailored to their needs. As planners, we organize instruction in such a way that it leads to student learning. This involves defining intended learning outcomes, determining teaching and learning activities, structuring assessment tasks, and selecting appropriate materials. For instance, if I am planning a lesson in science about photosynthesis, I first decide that students should be able to explain the process of photosynthesis. Then, I plan activities such as experiments with plants, diagramming, and a short quiz. As initiators, we show open-mindedness and confidence that changes in the curriculum can bring about positive improvements in the educational system. For example, when DepEd introduced the Matatag curriculum, some teachers were hesitant to adapt to it. But as initiators, we should embrace new approaches with the belief that they will improve student learning. As innovators, we ensure that the curriculum remains appropriate and updated. We make lessons relevant by connecting them to real-life contexts. For example, instead of teaching problem-solving in math only through traditional drills, a teacher may integrate situations like budgeting, environmental conservation, or disaster preparedness to make lessons more meaningful. As implementers, we actualize the plans we have made by teaching, guiding, and assisting students. For example, if I designed a group project on environmental awareness, my responsibility as the implementer is to guide students step by step, facilitate their discussions, and ensure that learning goals are achieved. Finally, as evaluators, we assess not only student learning outcomes, but also the effectiveness of the curriculum itself. For instance, after teaching a unit, I might give a quiz, assign a performance task, and collect student feedback. If I notice that many students struggled, I reflect on whether the difficulty lies in the content, the method, or the materials used, and then adjust accordingly. In summary, as curricularists, we are knowers, writers, planners, initiators, innovators, implementers, and evaluators. These roles remind us that teaching is not just about delivering lessons, it is about shaping the entire learning journey of our students. Always remember, teachers are not passive users of the curriculum. We are active shapers of it.